game's over, we'll be here. So the Tampa Bay Rays are in town to play the Guardians tomorrow, 12:07. First pitch, I think we got the info that the second wild card game is sold out. I assume tomorrow is sold out? I don't know. Saturday would be the one that maybe more people would want to go to, arguably, because if the Guardians win both games, they don't have to play game 3.
Yeah, I'm going Saturday.
You are going?
Thought about going tomorrow, but I think I'd probably have to leave early anyway, so I was like, I'll just go Saturday.
Cavaliers started their preseason last night. They lost by 1 point to the 76ers in Philadelphia, and they will play them again here on Monday. Cavs Sixers at the Romo Fijo.
They look great in the
for a
first
7 o'clock tip. Well, that's what all the write-ups were, right? They were like, this spotlights their potential. Hey, 1 point. 113 and 112. I'm still in baseball mode, so it really threw me off when I saw that.
You're like, that's a lot of points.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I saw that, and I'm like, my brain wasn't processing that, A, baseball's done essentially. B, Philly is not who we were playing in baseball. Whatever. There were a lot of neurons that weren't firing, but I just saw the scores. Like, holy cow. It's a very high-scoring baseball game. If you went to a baseball game and the score was 113 to 112, you could easily tell people it was the greatest game. It was either the greatest or the worst game you had ever been to. My money's on greatest, because it'll never happen again. Imagine if there was just one in all of recorded modern baseball history. There was one game where it was a massive score. Like, forget that score. Let's say high double-digit score. Like the Guardians and the White Sox. Final score, Guardians 47, the White Sox 39. Insanity. You go, holy
Bring me
Christ.
that. I want to watch that kind of baseball.
Yeah.
For a little bit.
Well, it looked like old-timey baseball, like when they sped it up.
Yeah, they'll have to.
It was real fast.
Yeah.
So Cavaliers lose last night, but they'll play the Sixers here at home on Monday, and your Guardians, October baseball, tomorrow at a few minutes after 7. It will preempt part of Stansbury's show, and it will preempt part of my show. But we'll be on after. Mary will be joining us from Boston, which is where she is. Let me go to Woody out here. Hello, Woody, out in Willoughby, Ohio. What's going on?
Alan, how are you, brother?
What's going on, man?
Hey, I'm just driving home from work. Another day in the mine.
Yep.
I got a question. For you. Before you break, you guys were talking about Codys weight loss content.
Yeah.
And you were a wrestler back in the day, and I'm sure you could probably give me an answer to this question. What was the most insane amount of weight you have ever heard someone cut, say, in a 24 or a 48-hour period?
Well, I mean, I couldn't quote you a number, but I just remember all the guys that were bigger. I never once had to worry about making weight because I was wrestling at 112. So I never had to worry about it. I mean, I had to eat practically to stay, to keep from dropping to the weight class below me. But I do remember the guys that were wrestling at like 155 and heavyweight. Those guys were always doing laps around the school with the old garbage bags and the sweatshirt and the sweatpants and the whole bit, trying to sweat it out. I don't, guys taking laxatives and all that kind of stuff. And I don't recall, I don't recall a specific instance, but I just remember those guys doing whatever they could possibly do just to lose. I mean, at that point, you're losing water weight. Like they're just trying to get.
They're just trying to get under.
Just trying to get a little bit under.
Yeah. So now if you're doing the Vision Quest, that kind of thing, you're going to lose what? Maybe 5-8 pounds of water weight in a couple of days.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. But I mean, I'm talking about guys that didn't make weigh-in, and so they had maybe an hour before their match to try to sweat it out or crap it out or something. So it can get very unhealthy if you're not keeping an eye on it.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm sure I could probably go home when I get home and Google this, but I'm sure there's like some insane diuretics and, sweat lodge kind of situation where somebody's probably dropped 18 pounds in 48 hours. No?
Yeah, probably. I mean, there's
I
all
don't
kinds
know.
of there's all kinds of tricks that dudes use who are like professional bodybuilders and who compete. Even Hugh Jackman has talked about, when he had a shooting day for Wolverine, he would like drink a lot of water and then stop drinking water, and that so
so that
his vascularity would get, you could see his veins on camera. And so there's all kinds of tricks and that you can do. Poundcake's not obviously doesn't have to concern himself with that, but I don't know. There you go.
Yeah. It was just because if you're a wrestler, I thought you might have heard some crazy number down the road, or some college.
Yeah,
wrestler,
I'm sure
had to make weight.
I'm sure I did at the time, but it doesn't spring to mind right now.
All right. Well, I'm wishing Cody the best of luck on his contest, and you guys have a great weekend.
All right. Thank you,
down the
Woody.
road.
There you go. All right. There's Woody out in Willoughby. Yeah, like you hear a lot of people do the old, I think Poundcake might have said it. He does the old muscle weighs more than fat. It doesn't weigh more than fat. A pound is a pound. Just the muscle is denser than fat. So it doesn't weigh more. It's not going to put weight on you. It's just going to be, it's the old a pound of feathers. What weighs more, a pound of feathers or a pound of metal?
But if you gain
it's the same amount.
Muscle, when you're hydrated, muscle carries water different than fat.
There you go.
But whatever, I'm just gonna starve myself. Like if
You're gonna win this thing.
I'm gonna win it one way or another. I'll just.
Yeah, but
starve
that might keep fat on you.
As he goes down, he's just trying to go.
I
down.
know he is. We're over talking
yeah.
it. We're talking it to
Right.
death with him.
Should we do it? Should we weigh him in?
No, we'll do it later on.
Okay.
I want to let him sweat a little bit.
Okay.
No, it made me sweat.
You didn't weigh yourself this morning, did you?
No.
Good. Thank you. By the way, before I move on, congrats to Tom Hamilton. He's one of 10 finalists for the Baseball Hall of Fame's Ford Frick Award. You think they're censoring themselves, or you think that's that guy's real name?
Yes. He's actually.
He's Ford F word.
Yeah.
That would be a great name. He's like, frick. Listen, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know, but Hammy's one of the best. There's a bunch of, when I lived in Pittsburgh, and our bureau chiefs there know this, there's a whole bunch of museums and historical buildings centered around the Frick family. And you can go and you can see these, Poundcake would love it. It's these like old mansions that they've restored and, old turn-of-the-century joints, but it's the Frick. And I was like, I wonder if they changed their name from something that was a lot more salacious. Or
I would
that's
love that if
actually
they
their
actually
family
would be
name.
like, what should we? And they could change their name to anything, and they're like, well, let's just make it Frick.
Yeah. People will be censoring themselves, but they won't realize it. I don't know. I'm sure there's somebody Dutch who's got the F word for a name. But
Or maybe Asian. We just found out about Ho Too Fat yesterday.
Ho, you too fat.
Or Steve.
Steve Ho, you fat.
Steve Ho, you fat.
Steve Ho, you fat.
That's the name.
Who's French.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Great.
Look into that guy. Was that your other phone ringing? Did you tell me you found a phone?
Oh yeah. I forgot about this already, but yeah. So yesterday, I was meeting up with my girlfriend after the show, and I walk outside. We're meeting over on Prospect, and I'm just waiting outside of where we're gonna meet. And this guy, or I just see like a phone case on the ground. I was like, oh, someone lost their phone case, and I look closer at it. It still had the phone in it.
Mm-hmm.
So I pick it up, and it's unlocked. So I'm like, okay, now I got to try and find out whose phone this is. And I open it up and just go to the most recent call. And the name is like Schmoopy Doo or something like that. And I'm like,
Schmoopy Doo.
Something like that. It's a very like cute pet name for somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And I call it, and this lady answers, and she is so excited. She's like, hello. And I'm hey, this is Bill. I just found this phone. And she was so excited. It's my husband's phone. We've been looking all over for it. Where are you? And I told her where I was.
Was she with him?
Yeah.
So they're
they
together.
were going to Playhouse Square.
And he can't find his phone.
They were at Playhouse Square. They were going to a show at the Hannah Theater, and they lost the phone just outside of the hotel that's over here.
Mm-hmm. The Residence Inn.
Yeah, the Residence Inn. So I go, well, I got your phone, but I'm not going to stick around and wait for you guys to get here because I don't know how long that's going to take. So I'm just going to give your phone to the front desk at the Residence Inn. I got her name. Gave that information to the person behind the desk so that they would know who was looking for the phone. Obviously, if someone comes in and goes, "Do you have my phone?" It's probably that person.
They were going to see Little Shop of Horrors
Oh, okay.
at the Hannah Theater.
Maybe I should have gone with them. That would have been fun.
Feed me, Seymour. Okay,
so I find the phone
you didn't,
and I tell her it's, I'm putting it there, and she's like, "You are so awesome. If anybody hasn't told you you're awesome today, I'm telling you now, you're awesome." And I was like, "Well, I get told that all the time." So I appreciate it every time, but it's something I hear constantly, but I appreciate it. And I just one of those things where, Mary and Poundcake always talk about how when they would find money or things like that, they're just going to steal it, try and benefit from it. And that's not who we are, Alan. We are good people that have morals that will find someone's phone. And I'm not like, how can I make money off of this the way that Poundcake and Mary would? I go,
don't love me in, homie. I would have taken that phone.
You would have taken that phone? But you're the guy that always
Hell yeah.
I'm not stealing from the store. I'm not taking the Brinks truck money.
No, I wouldn't take that.
No, you would.
What the hell am I going to do with somebody else's phone with all their contacts in there? Whatever.
Right. I mean,
I thought you were going to say.
I could wipe it, but yeah. So
I thought you were going to say when the other person picked up, you said, "Is this Schmoopy Doo? Ha Schmoopy Doo?"
It was something. It wasn't even Schmoopy Doo, but it was something real cutesy, and
Sure.
I wish I should have taken a picture of it because it was such a funny name.
Buttercup Tiger Muffin.
Yeah, it was like Moopy Pie or something. Schmoopy Pie. I don't remember.
Whoopie Pie.
Yeah, but
Schmoopy.
I, being the good person that I am.
So you walk it back to the hotel.
To the hotel where they were staying anyway, so it worked out pretty well. Drop it off there. Hopefully they were able to recover the phone, and I'm awesome, according to her and many other people.
I wonder.
And again, would not steal it the way that Poundcake and Mary would.
I wonder if they are. Let's say were you able to ascertain, like, was she like an older woman, a younger woman? Was she
older people for sure?
Older people.
I think they were probably in their late 50s, early 60s. I didn't go through the phone at all. I just opened up the phone, like the phone part, the call.
Yeah.
I missed part of it because I was on the phone, but you found a phone and you didn't go through it?
Correct.
Well, you're way behind.
I'm sorry. Someone
yes,
called
I didn't go through it. I called it. I called the last number that had been called on there. It was his wife. She was excited. I told her where I was going to leave the phone. She said I was awesome. I didn't go through it. I didn't try and make money off of it.
I wasn't going to try and make money off of it. I was just nosy. I'm like, okay, are there any nudes? Like,
nudes.
Let me see what's in there.
It feels
I
so
want those
weird,
middle-aged nudes to be in somebody else's phone.
I don't know.
Weird.
But
if you pick up someone else's phone, it feels so
invasive
weird because it's so
it is
private.
a piece of property. Yeah.
And the only thing I wanted to do was make sure I could return the phone.
But that's just strange that it didn't have any
I
type
was
of
surprised.
security.
That's another reason I think I knew it was an older person's phone.
It was like,
because
you can just get right into it.
Yeah,
No password.
They got
no
nothing to hide on there.
No facial recognition or nothing.
I mean, there's no facial recognition unless I look a lot like her husband, and that would just be
What if you look
incredible.
exactly like
What
the
if it
husband
worked?
and that opened it up?
That would be amazing.
It goes, "Hello, Schmoopy Pie."
I was a little nervous that it was going to be somebody that didn't, because of the nickname that was in there. I was afraid because it looked like a word from another language, and I was like, "Ugh, what if these people don't speak English?"
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but they were.
I found your phone.
Mhm.
El telefono has been foundo.
But yeah, return the phone. I hope they got it. I hope they enjoyed Little Shop of Horrors. It was, you wouldn't try and make money off it. You just go through their phone, Poundcake.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't try and sell it. No, because that leaves a trail. Like, chances are.
You wipe the phone, you can get away with it.
But see, I'm not that. I can't even lose weight on a practical diet. Like, you're trying to tell me to wipe the phone clean, make sure you can't trace it. No,
you
I
can
just
Google it. How to do that? That's easy to do.
At any rate, no. I don't want to make money off of somebody else's misfortune. I just want to know what's going on.
But you just want to snoop through it. Yeah,
I just want to see.
But once you have the phone in your hand, it feels so gross to go to any of it. Like it felt weird just opening the phone app.
Yeah.
I don't like that. But that's why I'm awesome, because I wouldn't do what Poundcake would do.
You know, I'd probably look through it and then set it right back down where I found
You'd
it.
put it back down on the ground.
You wouldn't try and find the person that owns it, the person that lost it?
Depends on what pictures are in there. Then I can see like, okay, well, this lady looks like, she would be here. I don't know.
This lady looks like
but
she would
what
be
information?
here.
What information gleaned from a stranger's phone is going to have no relevance or interest to you whatsoever?
No, I'm saying if she has pictures of her, then I know.
But then what? You go,
I can
oh,
identify
pictures of her, and then you set it back down on the ground? She's still a stranger. You don't know any more about her other than you know what her face looks like.
I think her name was Stephanie when she answered the phone.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hi, Schmoopy Pie Industries. And you want to be my latex
Is this
salesman.
Schmoopy Pie?
Hello, Schmoopy. I found your husband's phone. Alan Cox Show After Hours line. If you want to call us there, you can do it. 216-986-8903.
Hey, Alan. Hate the show. On the subject of bidets, I have a very simple question to ask you that I think will open your eyes as to why Bill and I are big bidet boys. But really simply put, if you fell and you got dog poop on your knee, would you prefer to wipe it off just toilet paper, or would you prefer a high-powered hose to spray it off, and then you could dab off, the remaining water with the toilet paper? Please answer. I'd love to hear back. Hate the show. Bye-bye.
Yeah, that's the example everybody loves to use. Oh, what if you got peanut butter in your carpet? And I go back to my statement, which is, what nightmares are you people ejecting from your body? Why do you need a high-powered hose?
I don't need high-powered.
By the way,
I just like the way the water
I fully
cleans
understand
it.
that. I fully understand.
That's
makes
how I
me
shave
feel
is with the
clean.
bidet.
I got a lot of point and counterpoint calls on this topic.
It's 3:30 p.m. I got the damn numbers mixed up, but still, Bill needs to firm up them stools, and he won't need a bidet. You're just pushing moist rocks out, and you clean up virtually nothing. But firm up them stools, Bill. Come on, do better.
I'll tell you what, man, when I go to the bathroom, I am perfectly fine with toilet paper. My stuff comes out, I'm snapped shut like a bank vault.
Well,
They come right out, man. I don't know what's going on with everybody else.
I would just like to remind
How are you guys
the
destroying...
audience that ain't nobody gonna tell me how to live.
Or wipe. Yeah, no, I understand.
Or wipe or spray.
Yeah,
When
no,
I-
I get
even-
it. I think you
even
should
when I
do
have-
what you want to do when you want to do it.
When I poop,
I
it
don't
sounds
always have full-on mud pies. It's not always a mud pie situation, but sometimes it is. But even when it's not, I still prefer using the bidet.
It's
I
just
guess
a
I-
vibe.
It's
but-
just a cleaner feeling
I
for me.
fully get that, but I'll also repeat what we were talking about yesterday. If at the end of this you still use toilet paper, then what's the point?
You use less toilet paper.
Because you're using 1 or 2 squares, and it doesn't make toilet paper doesn't make me feel as clean. That's the point.
Okay.
So the point is, I can use the bidet, feel way cleaner. Even when I took a dump here the other day, have no problem using toilet paper, but it's not the same feeling once you get used to the bidet life.
Gotcha.
Once you get used to the bidet life, you feel
You don't ever want to go back.
so much better. It's the difference between using hand sanitizer and actually washing your hands. When you wash your hands,
Those are both liquid.
but I'm just saying,
It's another element.
don't you feel like your hands are cleaner after you actually wash your hands? You get them all soapy.
I'm
you
assuming that the hand
lathered up.
sanitizer just kills whatever's on your hands, and that's pretty much what soap is doing
and that's,
too.
But I feel, but it also removes all the debris, all that stuff,
Huh.
so it feels cleaner.
Well, if
than-
my hands were as dirty as everyone's beeholes are, I guess there would be a...
a lot of scientists say that hands are dirtier than a lot of people's
Nice
beeholes.
clean butthole.
I guess... yeah.
I just made that up.
Well, I don't know. That could be... You might be onto something there. I don't know.
Science is a liar sometimes.
I've got to take a break. If you'd like to text for anything, 35192, and you can listen anywhere on the iHeartRadio app.